Hoop Dreams, the podcast, an Unlearning Network production.
We are back with part 2 of an amazing interview. We got this thing we call halftime, and we're going to hit you with some quick hitters. And my first question for you is, 3 toughest players you ever had to guard.
3 toughest players I ever had to guard. 1 would probably be Allen Iverson. 2 would probably be Ray Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And 3 would probably be Chris Paul.
Wow.
3 Hall of Famers right there. 3 toughest stadiums to play in or coach in.
Michigan State.
Mm.
Man, you put me on the spot with this one. Madison Square Garden. Madison
Square. Ooh, the Mecca.
And then for me, I would say what they call it the Lake Show. They call it the Forum, like where the Lakers play.
Oh, the Forum, Showtime.
They called it because when the first time we played, and they turned the lights off and they called it theater. Only the lights went on the court, and I think Kobe had like 52 on us, 30 in the quarter. It was crazy.
Wow.
And then you got like all these celebrities on the sidelines. So you know what I mean? You like, man, he out here getting busy on us in front of all these celebs. This is crazy.
So give me your 3 favorite sneakers that you rock day to day and your favorite pair of sneakers to play in.
Rocking Air Force Ones, Jordans, and
You gotta give us a number on that, man.
I'm gonna go Jordan 11s. I'm gonna go with the 11s.
Ooh, all right.
And then my other shoe would be some type of Chuck Taylor. Favorite shoe to hoop in gotta be a low top, either the Cobes or the KDs.
Mm.
I like low tops.
Okay. Top 3 favorite rap artists.
Oh, favorite. I go Hov. I go Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
I go Lil Wayne.
Okay.
And I will go for my third, Kanye West.
I like that.
I go with them 3. I listen to them 3.
Yeah, I like them. 3 essential items you got to take with you anytime you leave the house.
Cell phone, basketball, and phone charger.
3 essential items you got to take with you when you are playing overseas.
A book.
Okay.
Book. Man, that's tough going overseas.
Yes.
Man.
You played over there a lot, sir.
Yeah, I know. And it varies. A book, what can you get over in customs is what I'm trying to say. Is like, you got to buy over there.
Right.
Oh, that's a tough one. But a book, I mean, I gotta take a book. I would say books plural, but I gotta take a book. I gotta take movie.
Mm-hmm.
And a laptop.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah.
And I say books, movies. I gotta have those bootlegs that I get a little bit, and I got the ones I buy. Then I got the,
Exactly.
Exactly.
I gotta go to the barbershop and get a couple of money.
Thanks for listening to Halftime on the Hoop Dreams podcast. That concludes part 1. Part 2 of the Dee Brown Hoop Dreams story coming to you soon. I want to jump back right into college, man, because, you played multiple NCAA tournaments, and I always tell a lot of guys, if you never played, and it's nothing like that experience. It's the victory of being chosen, but then it's the heartache of losing. Talk to us about what was that experience for you, just making it to the tournament.
That was the goal off back. I mean, when you walk in, you say you want to participate and advance in the NCAA tournament. You want to graduate. You want to win national championships. These are the standards at University of Illinois. So when you win it and you going through the season, you understand what you're prepping for, what you're getting ready for. To get selection Sunday, you try and get your name card. That's another thing I learned. And I learned through my first year. And my second year really hit me. It's all about seeding. It's all about matchups. So if you do what you're supposed to do the whole year, they're gonna put you in a region that's more rewarding for what you did, and your fans can come. You'll have more of an advantage than the other team.
Okay.
It was, and as we talk about the national championship run, you will see what I'm talking about. So my first year, we win, and then we win late. They put us in the region. They put us in the Midwest. So now our fans can come and see us play, no matter what the season is. So I think they reward you based on how well you play all year, and that helps you in the postseason. So when you get your name called, though, and you go on that selection Sunday, it's man, that feeling is unbelievable, man. And I tell our guys, me trying to coach now, you want to get there as a coach, but when I was a player, that was the thing. It had to happen. Like I had to hear University of Illinois come across, and I love to hear where they were sending us. The excitement of that, you start thinking about all the running, all the practices, all the adversity you dealt with all year, and that's the first reward you get. That's the first little snack. Like, here you go, man. It's welcome. And we used to think about the teams that couldn't or didn't get their names called. And that's what I would always encourage people to understand. They always show the confetti coming down, showing the winner, but think about the other team, or think about the team that don't get their name called. So we used to always be appreciative of when we got our name called, but also understand we earned that. Like, we worked our ass off to get our name called, and this is the first payoff of that hard work.
What I love about it is that when they do the selection Sunday, like, everybody, the whole team is together, and either in their locker room or somewhere in their arena, and everybody got on they basketball university stuff and everything, and y'all sitting there together as a team. You know what I'm saying? And they, y'all on every team who get called is on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get to see y'all as a team, like, celebrate. Oh, hell yeah, man, we made it, baby. We in. Where we going? That's the part I love.
No doubt. And I told you, like, when we made sure that when people, right before they, you don't know your name, said when they call our name, make sure we go crazy because we earned it.
Right.
It's like, we like, whatever, that's cool. No, we ain't that cool, man. We work too hard. Whatever number they call, that's what you earned. If you're a 4 seed, gotta go play a 12. It's just what it is. It's what we earned. So we were happy when they called our name, man. And I tell all the guys, this is what hard work looked like.
And I bet that feeling is addicting. Like, when you first do it, you be like, oh shit, we went to the tournament last year. I remember Selection Sunday. So you telling all the new dudes, the freshman recruits who coming in, hey man, we going to Selection Sunday. That's what we put in this hard work for in the season. Like, for them, then for that shit to happen again, we going to the tournament again. Like, it's addicting. Like, I want more and more of it.
No, you got to show your team at the beginning of the year what it feel like. Show them the footage. Show them, let them hear just one shining moment. Let's see if they get chill bumps. If they don't get no chill bumps, you ain't got a chance to get that.
Get that right. So talk to us about that run, because here you guys are, man. You wasn't new to the NCAA tournament. Y'all know it now. Y'all can walk in there. Yep. Confidence is different. So you're going along. But walk us to that leading up to the Final Four, because the Final Four is special. But walk us through the tournament so far.
First 2 rounds, I mean, we ran into some teams that was hungry. They've been watching us all year. That's one thing about being, having success. You got to keep understanding that you don't hunt it. So I thought we was battle tested by playing a lot of good teams throughout the year. But the first opening 2 rounds was based in, I think it was in Indy. So a lot of our fans traveled. A lot of them came in masses. So we just had to make sure we handle business against some talented ass teams who came from their leagues thinking that they belong. So the first 2 rounds are always the hardest. Always, the first game is always the hardest. I gotta say that. Like, you come out with you playing in front of 50,000. The practices, our practices was easily 20, 25,000 people there to watch an hour practice. So you got to be mentally locked in to what the scout is, who they got, you playing against a different league, different style of basketball, and you got to humble yourself. Really, like, I came out and the first time dude was out there talking greasy to me. I had to look and be like, who are you talking to, dude? Like, I've been playing against. Okay, let me calm down. And I got to go handle business, because you've been through that, but you understand that they hungry too. So you get to the second round, you play against a team that got 2-3 pros on it with Nevada. Once we get out of Indy, the next 2 rounds in Chicago. And as we got to Chicago, we like, oh, it's on and popping. We get a Sweet 16 berth and play against Bruce Pearl team, UW Milwaukee. Them dudes was really good, man. They get up and down. They play fast. They press. But we got 3 guards.
Was Ronald Davis on that team?
Yes. Boo Boo was on that team.
Buffont from Marshall,
he shoots.
Will. One of
Yes,
them.
yes.
Yep.
He jumps. He shoots. He was unbelievable. But what Boo didn't understand was we had another dude from Manly who
Oh, yeah.
our best player. You know what I mean? So that was our
Yes,
motivation.
sir.
And then their point guard was Chris. Chris went to Whitney Young. Rod Howard went. You know, it was just a whole city reunion, and they really challenged us. They pushed us. They really pushed us. That was a really good Sweet 16 game, and then we got to the Elite 8 game against Arizona, down 15 with 3 minutes and 57 seconds to go.
Yes.
That's arguably the top 3 game I've ever seen in college basketball. Just
Yes.
what was on the line, the talent they had, and where we were. We was in Chicago. These guys got 3-4 NBA guys on their team, down 15 points with 3:57 to go. People lost hope on us. I could tell you guys that we ran through drills like that at every practice. Deron's on that team. I'm on this team. D, you're down 15. Deron, you're down. We used to plus-minus game every single day. We was a situational team.
So when y'all got down 15, it wasn't no panic set in nobody.
If anybody go back and watch that game, you'll see each person played a role and we executed what the game plan was. Meaning like, okay, we got to buckle down and start getting stops. We got to run and execute these plays the right way or we're going to lose. Like it's no
right.
So defensively and offensively, we executed like you could tell we do that. Like some teams you like, oh, they don't practice those situations. We used to practice those situations. Let's put Deron in space. Let's run Luther off screens. Let's increase our pressure on the ball. So all those things had to fall into place. Don't get me wrong, you guys. But if you never practice them, it ain't that free.
It don't happen.
It don't happen like that. So everybody played a part in that comeback. And I would just tell you guys, give me the chills. I still watch that game. You know, my down days, you guys, I watch that game because it gives me hope like that you can accomplish anything.
Hey, I got to go and watch that game now because if I'm not mistaken, y'all defense turned up in that game and Arizona threw the ball away several times. Like y'all
gave it to them.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I say on both sides of the basketball, we executed. If you go back and watch it, and this is why I always call Luther our best player, is we ran Luther off. He had to make shots. Like it was like we ran him off. We ran 3 straight plays, twice for Luther and then 1 to get Deron downhill. We executed that play. It's called the elevator. We executed that, and then defensively, you're absolutely right. We had like 4 steals that led to buckets to put us back in the game. So another cool story about that, man. Bill Murray. I grew up watching Ghostbusters and all that. He all in our locker room, man, and he did our pregame speech, man. So we in there.
What?
Yeah, he in there. He comes in there. You know, we like, okay. We didn't never let nobody outsiders in our locker room. We didn't care. Like we wasn't like that. We didn't care people, you know, celebrities wanted to be around or people wanted to come and join them. We wanted just to tight knit people who was in the trenches with us from day one. He come in, you know, we was excited. Okay, you know, he like because we was tight. Like this Chicago trip to the Final Four, you can hear the building shaking from the locker room. I'm like, man, like, it was tense. He come in with this big-ass tennis ball, and he walking around, he's looking at everybody, and one of our guys is not paying attention. He throw it and hit him with it. Boom! Man, the whole room go crazy. I'm talking about go crazy, laughing. It loosened us up to the point where we was ready to hoop. And he could tell that story. I swear, like we was
get out of here.
We was tense. We thought he was gonna give this Rudy speech or this rock. You know what I mean? Man, he came in, he come in with the ball and say, "Now you fuckers are ready to play basketball." I'm like, "Oh yeah!" I'm like, "All right."
Oh.
Like, it shook the room up because it was so like everybody had so much going on, man, and it was dope to get him in there. And again, we didn't know what to expect, what he was gonna say. You know what I'm saying? But as you watch that game, Bill sat right behind our bench and he said he mentioned it like, now you guys are ready to hoop. Just go out there, do what you've been doing all year. You guys are meant to go to the Final Four. So when we was winning, you behind us, and we're coming back, he couldn't believe what he was saying. He was just telling us like we meant to do this.
You know what? But that tells you something else, that he's a real sports dude because when he walked in there, he must have, like you said, it was tense. He must have felt the tension and was like, damn, I don't want to say nothing, but let me just do something just to loosen these guys up.
Can't make it
And
up.
he had a big ass tennis ball.
Yeah, tennis ball, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy. Crazy.
Who he hitting the head? Who he hitting the head, D?
My man named Calvin Brock, man, went to Simeon, man. You ask Calvin Brock, he's coaching right now. He hit him right in the head. Shorty wasn't even dressed. He wasn't even dressed. He was out with a broken hand or something. Man, Shorty was over there like I don't know what he was doing, but as he walked around, he threw the ball. I was like, yeah, that was funny. Like Shorty wasn't even expecting it. You know, he was kind of embarrassed, but he was like, and it really said, you guys, you know, now you guys are ready to hoop, man. Y'all go out there and do what y'all been doing all year. Y'all meant to do this. Never forget it. Bill Murray, you know what I mean? Bill Murray.
You head to the Final Four. Shout out to your boy Roger Powell because he had a great game that day too, though.
Great game. If it wasn't
He had
Roger
a
Powell, we
monster
don't win.
game. Oh my goodness.
Guys, listen. If it wasn't, we practiced for Louisville. Louisville was they were so talented, yo. They had 7 pros, like high level pros. We thought they was gonna press us all game and play man to man. They came out and played 2-3 zone the whole game. I thought that was the most respectful thing they could have did because all we practiced was we getting ready for that pressure. We getting ready for that, and they 2-3'd us. We couldn't get nothing off in that 2-3. And then Raj Powell, he had a 20-piece that game. How I know he had a 20-piece game? It was one play. He shot the ball and went and get his own tip dunk. I was like,
Dunked that thing back in.
Out here
Absolutely.
getting busy. If it wasn't for him, we don't even get past that game. They beat us because they came they surprised us.
Roger had a couple of and ones on the baseline late in that game too. I remember.
Hey, he
was just baseline roaming. Just y'all was catching him. He was going up strong and one.
Raj wasn't only our glue guy. Raj was our get money guy. Like if you couldn't keep him off the glass. But when he touched the basketball, Raj shot. He was a top 5 in field goal percent. He shot. He didn't miss. Like when he caught it, he felt like, okay, I may not touch this thing again. Let me get busy, and I can't miss because they ain't gonna come to me if I'm missing shots. Man, Raj was a real X factor for what we did, and he was the first of his kind because when I came in my freshman, you guys, you got to think about it. My freshman, he started at the 3-4s. He was the 3-man. Coach came in and told him, if you ain't willing to play the 4 or be a stretch guy or a guy who can move, come in and out, then you ain't gonna be able to play because these 3 guards are gonna play. He was like, oh, damn. He was like, okay, no problem. And he used to get busy. I'm talking about like his dad at the games would be like, y'all guards shooting a lot, man. Y'all need to give my son the ball. He best player on the team. I used to be like, you may be right. Raj be getting busy. Yeah. No, Raj really thought he was the best dude on the team, and that's what makes good teams good. Like he know he's really good at doing other things. This is what makes good teams. And what I'm about to say, he accepted the role, he sacrificed for the better of everybody. And he committed to being a rebounding machine, being a guy who can step out, make threes. His mid-range game was unbelievable. And guess what, you guys? He was one of the hardest working guys I've been around and my top 5 teammates I ever had.
Wow.
Like if it wasn't for him, our off the court would match our on the court. Like you got to be good at 3 things. You got to be academic. You got to be good, which is a student. You got to be really good at basketball, which is the athlete. But also your social skills. You gotta sacrifice going out. You got to sacrifice the party and the frat parties, the drinking, the hanging around. And Raj made sure we had our seatbelts on. He made sure we ate right. He made sure we had our gallon of water. He made sure we wasn't in any type of situation that would impact winning.
I think he told us he was almost like the preacher or the chaplain on y'all
team. He said they called him the Reverend.
Yeah,
the Reverend.
Yeah. Like when he came around, I was scared to curse. You know what I'm saying? Like I was.
Get out of here.
It was just different. Good dude, man. Good dude. And like I said, when we did hang out, he made sure socially it matched up to being a champion, like championship level social skills. That's for all the young teams out there that's listening, that's reading between the lines. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do off the court. Make sure you're taking care of your body. Make sure that your social skills match up to what your dream's going to be on the basketball court. And I think Raj held everybody accountable to that. And he played a huge part in that. That made us a +5 team. We won 5 games because of
Damn.
So here you are, championship game, North Carolina.
Ugh.
Great
Tough.
team.
Blue Bloods.
They got Raymond Felton, Marvin Williams, Sean May. I mean, they got pros. I mean, you've been hitting that word all night. They got pros.
Big time
What
pros.
was the mindset heading into the championship game, and how did you think you all were prepared for that?
Man, I watched the game about twice, I think 3 times since I've had.
Wow.
It's we up 70-69, man, with 2 minutes to go. Rebounding, free throws and rebounding from me. If you look at games spread out, if you control the glass, you make your free throws down the stretch, you win a lot of close competitive games. 70-69, we force a bad 2. Marvin Williams come in, get a tip in, 71-70. That was the game. And if you go back and look, we lost 75-70. If we keep you under 70, you don't beat us ever. I don't think in my career if you got 70, you beat us. That was our goal. We lost like the previous weeks to Ohio State 64-63 on the game, on a buzzer beater. That just give you an idea of we was defensive minded. But we was top 5 in the country in offense and defense. But North Carolina was loaded. To give up 75 points to a talented team like that, we had them right where we wanted to have them.
Where y'all wanted them.
And this is what people said about us, that the 3 was going to haunt us. We didn't make enough shots.
Really?
We didn't shoot the ball well that game at all. We shot a lot of threes, and James went on the court which impacted our ability to rebound, but we couldn't shoot the basketball. We didn't make shots when we needed to make shots, and they did. And I always go back to this. I think I had 12 points in the national championship game, and Ray Felton had 17. I lost my matchup by 5. We lose by 5. Can't lose your matchup.
But y'all made the state so proud, man. I mean, everybody from the state of Illinois was glued into that game. I mean, you couldn't help it. And I didn't even go to Illinois, but I felt the blue and orange pride because y'all represented us, man. So just shout out to you, man. That team. Yeah. Roger, Deron,
Luther, James Augustine. If I keep naming these guys that we had on the bench, man, or our unit, those guys on the bench got to sacrifice too. Because those guys that was out there, they knew Deron, they knew Raj, they knew Lou was leaving. They were next up. So they learned how to be good teammates. They learned how to work.
Be ready.
And how to stay ready.
That's amazing, man. So after that, after that game, y'all lost, but it's the championship game. Y'all walk into the locker room. What's going through your head? Like, it's my last year. I'm done. What's how you processing everything?
Well, we knew Deron was we knew Deron was a lottery pick. We didn't know about what Lou was going to do. We knew he was going to make some money. We knew Raj was going to be able to make some money as well. But myself, I didn't know at the time what I wanted to do. It probably took me. It probably took me 2 weeks to get over losing the national championship game. Just actually thinking about other stuff. I'm still not over losing that game. You'll never get over losing a game of that magnitude.
I bet.
But it took me about 2 weeks to get over the game and really start thinking about some stuff. And I had my degree after my 3rd year, so I was done with school. I needed an internship. So I'm like, why come back to school when I have my degree and I'm National Player of the Year, I'm Defensive Player of the Year, and all those awards was like team-based, by the way. We always used to talk about those things because you got to talk about them because if I'm telling you guys I didn't think I was the best player on my team, I just had a role to do, and I wanted to be the best within my role. We talked about stuff like this. I became Defensive Player of the Year because how Lou and Deron guarded. That's just honesty. I became National Player of the Year because we won 37 games, and when you watch this, in the big games, you like, man, D got busy. But throughout the course of the year, it was a we-us thing, and we always talked about those things amongst the guys. So for me to be sitting here talking, I'm coming back to school for another year, I wasn't tripping about coming back. I knew we was going to be a top 10 team the next year because I knew what we had on that roster. I just wanted to just go and you can't tell nobody not to go to the NBA. You can like telling the coach, hey man, go over there and take that $1 million job. Like they're gonna do it. They're gonna go and switch jobs on you. So I wanted to challenge myself, and I did go to the pre-draft, and I thought I had a great chance. I mean, I know Isaiah Thomas he was with the Knicks at the time, and I knew I was gonna get some workouts. I was gonna be able to get in front of people. So I wanted to take my talents to the NBA, man, and end up breaking my foot in Chicago, in Moody Bible, the place where I
In
committed.
Moody Bible at the pre-draft camp.
Broke my foot and had to go back my senior year.
Yeah, I was actually in there watching you play, man. I remember that. That was crazy. But let's jump into your draft. Let's go into your draft, 2006. Were you hearing any speculations that what was something? What was the buzz for you?
You talking about when I came back my senior or my junior year?
Coming out of your senior year.
After my senior year, they pretty much told me, 'cause I did go back and I wanted to prove this point. And this is for everybody that, when you try to prove someone, you got a chip on your shoulder. I never, until my senior year, had to prove that I'm a point guard. Like, wow. Can he run a team? He always had Deron. He always had other guys. So I ended up winning Bob Cousy Award, was nation top point guard. I won 6 feet and under point guard of the year as well. So, like, for the little guys, I went out there with in my mind of like, I'm gonna run this team. I'm gonna help the young guys, and I'm gonna try to go back to the Final Four. That, every year I had goals. Yeah. We ended up being top 10 all year, won 26 games. I think I showed I could run a team, but the biggest thing going in was what they questioned for me was, what do I bring to the next level? So I didn't even work out for Utah. I did like 14 workouts. And my workout partner was Ray John Rondo. So I used to work out Rondo every day. So my agent made sure I booked my workouts with him because Rondo saw what I had every day. We were so opposite of each other that it wasn't no competition. Like, he was nice, but he didn't have to shoot the ball. Show them he can shoot the ball to be a pro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So his game was primarily built on some other stuff. And Rondo, like my guy, and Rondo even talked to me doing workouts. Like, he ain't the type of dude to become friends with dudes. Like, you ain't my mans, bro. Like, I don't rock with no guard in this business. So working out with him every day was good for me because he was nice. I knew he was a first rounder. So just to see how he came to the gym, how he prepared, how he did things. And then we started doing workouts together. I was like, how competitive he is. Like, he was a monster. And you see, he's still in the NBA. He's still on championship caliber teams. He's still doing all these things. But he was my workout partner. So he ended up going 21st to Phoenix. I mean, and they traded him to Boston. Me and him did the Boston workout together. He was incredible, guys. I mean, he was tagging our ass. It was me, him, Kyle Lowry, and J.J. Barrera. I never forget that workout. He was getting busy, hitting threes, didn't lose a line, didn't lose a one-on-one game. I was like, Shorty gonna have a really good career. And then, when I got drafted by Utah, shout out my man, my Troy Weaver. He was like, D, you got to come here, take care of the basketball, and be a pest on defense. So all that deep three, all that 3-point shooting, all that scoring, no, you got to be a pest on defense and essentially run a team, take care of the basketball. So when I got drafted by them, that's what they drafted me based on, like me being able to impact the basketball, guard, and just take care of it. So during the whole process, I got drafted by a team who knew I was willing to be a role guy. That's what you are when you get to that next level and do your job. And that's why I always tell people that's one of my themes is just do your job. Everybody got a job to do.
Wow.
Hey, man, I just want to pause and congratulate you because you said it real quick. And it's again for our youngsters, man. When this man spoke on about being a student athlete, the man graduated in his 3rd year. He got a degree in his 3rd year of college. Correct, Dee Brown?
Yes, sir. And I told y'all that because I set that up. So the first thing I said, when we committed to what we was committed to, that was winning championships, it wasn't no Thanksgivings. It wasn't no Christmas. It wasn't no summers. I was in Champaign, in classes, at the gym, doing stuff in the community. It's 3 levels of it. You got to be a student athlete and you got to give back to the community. And that's what I did at a high level. And you don't need nobody to talk about it. It's just what we do and make an impact. So I was always there. I was always enrolled in classes. I wanted to get a degree. And that was the first thing I told my mom I was going to do. And when I did it, it was light because the sacrifices you make as a student athlete and you trying to do great things like that, they don't come easy. So, So absolutely, I was locked in as a student. Always had a 3.0 GPA. Always was in the lab working on my game, and always was heavy in the community as far as touching different communities and making an impact. No matter the race, no matter what background you come from, everybody goes through struggle. And when they see you in a position of you can help people, you should do it. And that's what the motivation I give them is. Yes, the number one thing I did at University of Illinois is graduate in 3 years. When I did it because I was in Champaign. It wasn't no Chicago every other weekend. It wasn't no I'm going home to see mom. I'm homesick. I'm not homesick. I'm doing good. They come see me down here where all the work at. This is the lab for us. And when everybody got that identity, and when I was in school, everybody, did their job. And their job is when you sign up to go down there, your job is to do that.
To complete that and see it all the way through.
Absolutely.
Listen to what he said, youngsters, and take heed.
So, man, you in the league. You reunite with your brothers for a little bit. You go play with the Wizards. Gilbert Arenas get hurt. That opens up a door for you.
Yeah.
But my question for you is, and this is for particularly, man, those who got NBA dreams, give us some insight as to how hard it is to play and stay in the league.
No doubt for me, I had a non-guarantee contract at Utah. I'm gonna just and it's gonna set up for the. By the time my date was to become on the roster, even back before that, I never lost a line. I never lost I'm just a small detail. We run after every practice. We run 217s, or we'll lose a game and you got to run. I never lost a line. Like it wasn't even close. And I only tell you that small detail. Say if I wasn't winning those lines, I don't know where I would have been. I set the tone with how I approach conditioning, how I approach doing something. So when I got to Washington, it was the same thing. 2-year non-guaranteed deal. Gil down. They got 2 other guards there. When I showed up that summer, I worked out with Kevin Durant for like a month, and I saw his approach to how many shots he was shooting, what he was doing. His routine. And I ended up becoming a starter with the Wizards for like 11 games out of 17. I was there, and I was trash. It was my worst year of my career by far. Not confident. We was losing. I think that adversity I dealt with that year, but also becoming a starter made my career after that, because being with Washington and going through those things and being around that time of when it's really
not going good.
It's not going good. It's your job. And that time I actually did a 2-hour practice, and then when we got in the huddle, the coach was like, "Hey, yeah, D, let me talk to you upstairs." I know what that meant. So
what?
Yeah, you practice and then they cut your ass. So by the time I get back upstairs, 30 seconds, D, good, appreciate you. We're gonna move on. You got to go up, get your stuff, and then I gotta find a job.
Right.
So I go right to Phoenix, where I meet up with Shaq, Steve Nash. I was with that team for about a month and a half. Steve Kerr was the GM. I looked up to Steve Kerr, he a bull. Yeah. I took that adversity to a winning team and took the same approach. They didn't practice though, you guys. They practiced like 30 minutes a day, but they had vets. But I was able to get some relationships and get some more experience out there with that winning ball club. And that right after that, I went and won a championship that same year with Maccabi Tel Aviv. Was able to use that adversity I had all year from being in a place where you want to get to, where it's hard to get there. It's even harder to stay. It's even harder to stay, especially when you're a third PG or you're a PG who I never played, and it's not a knock. I would wish I would have went down to the G League or D League, but I was a guy that wanted to be on the roster, wanted to be around. I'm gonna set the tone for how I worked hard every single day. Just be that locker room guy who everybody likes, who stays after, who does everything. And even when you do all those things right, it's about luck. It's about are you producing? It's a lot of things that go into it. And for me,
you gotta line up.
And it didn't line up for me. And God put me in a place where, you know what, D, you probably more suited to go overseas and get paid to be the guy that you want to be. And that's,
And that's what happened.
That's what exactly happened.
Overseas was like a rebirth for you?
No doubt. Because when you get over there, you ask the team, what do you expect from me? What is the expectation? What are y'all bringing me in to do? And we bring you in to be the guy. When we win us games, you're going to be 14-5. You're going to be one of those guys that is the piece, centerpiece to what we're trying to do. So when you get over there, when y'all ain't winning, you know who they pointing to.
You.
No doubt.
Wow.
That's the truth.
And that's it. And that's Israel and Maccabi Tel Aviv, right?
No doubt. But when I went to Maccabi, I was a third point guard again. So I'm used to being in this environment where I'm sitting behind Carlos Arroyo. I'm sitting behind pros, NBA guys. So when I get over there, I'm only averaging about 14 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm there to push him. I'm there to push the guys that and then we end up, going to sweet. We went to EuroLeague top 16. We supposed to win a championship with that team, but end up winning. We end up winning the league. I beat Roger Powell in the Final Four to get to the championship. I reunited with a lot of guys over there, and I saw a lot of killers over there. And that's another reason I was like, I can see myself over here. Like, I'm running into some killers, and they're making some money. So it gives you a perspective, and it gives you understanding that there's only 450 jobs in the NBA, and a lot of them ain't guaranteed. A lot of people think they got guaranteed deals. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a cutthroat business.
Two-way contracts and all this and that.
Yeah, it's a cutthroat business. So for me, I just knew overseas was the way for me. And, I was never ashamed. I used to come back. I used to pride myself in calling myself a pro.
I'm looking at your overseas stuff, man, and you played in some nice damn cities, brother. Man.
I was blessed.
I mean, get where the best food at? Is it Italy?
Best food probably in Turkey, man. That lamb, that lentil soup. They take pride in that little, I really like Turkey. It was different.
Which one of them countries had the prettiest women?
Oh man.
Latvia, baby.
Ding, ding, ding. Right. All those countries are different. They always have they all are different in their ways, but that's what make America so special, though. Like the diversity that we have here in Chicago, I didn't see it all, but it's totally different when you get to the land where they come from. So like in Israel, like the Jewish, like the tan, it's hot, it's steaming hot over there. So they got tans. You know what I mean? Like they look different.
What?
Yeah,
gold bronze on their body.
Different.
Look different. Hey, look. Hey, you said Italy though. Italy was funny because, here in America, you go to the grocery store right now. People in the grocery store with bonnets on, they in there with like, you know what I mean? They pajamas on, all that. You go to Italy, they dress like they going to the club. Are you walking down the aisle,
grocery store?
High heels on, full makeup? You know what I mean? You like, man, we in the grocery store.
Get out of here! No,
it's crazy. That's crazy. Like at the time I was married, you know what I mean? But like she was like, we would go to the grocery, she'd feel out of place. Like I just came to the grocery store. I didn't know they were gonna look like this. And they take pride in going to the grocery store looking good. You know what I mean?
Wow. That is
let me tell you this, man. We've taken up so much of your time, Dee. We got just a few more questions for you, man, because one, we are extremely proud of you, man. Everything you've been through, surviving the games. Matter of fact, I just gave you a title for your book, man, called Surviving the Game. So I'm waiting for that Dee Brown book to come out. But here you are now, man. You at UIC doing your thing. You back home. What is it like to be in the coaching game now?
Man, love it. I knew when I was done playing, I wanted to get into I wanted to give back. We always say paying it forward and making an impact. I had some amazing coaches. I can name them. I can name them. I always show them love. I have great mentors, and Coach McClain, Coach Webster, Henry Cotton. I don't want to miss nobody. I just genuinely, Norm Roberts. These guys really. Gave me knowledge and made me who I am. As a young man, you think you know it all. You don't know nothing. Really kept it 100 with me. Really was honest. Really pushed me, challenged me, believed in me. So when I was done playing, I wanted to give that same belief and challenge and knowledge that was given to me. And I love basketball. This is easy to me. Like it's not something that is a job to me. It's my passion. When I wake up, make me feel good. And it's what my mama want me to be doing. Want me to be giving back. Want me to be in here in the lab with these guys, giving them not just my success, you know what I'm saying, but giving them the opposite. My failure. the adversities, the things I've learned. I'm not saying that I'm saying I'm perfect, but everybody that know me and grew up with me know when it comes to basketball, I'm about everything I talk about. I love the game, and I want to see others do well in it. And so the biggest thing for me is just telling my story, giving my knowledge, and making sure guys benefit off this game of basketball. So it's been awesome.
What type of
in the city?
What type of and when you speak it and you put it out there, what type of head coach will you be in the future? What do you want to be, that player coach? Do you want to be, just give us how out of all the coaches that you went through and mentors and all that, what is Coach Brown, head coach? Because you're gonna be a head coach soon, my brother.
I appreciate that, man. I think I'm gonna be a man of business. Handle your business, do your job. I think being a player's coach, it can come from a lot of different ways. I think players like guys who are honest. I'm gonna be honest in everything I talk about, everything I see, and I want them to understand that. You hear this saying all the time. I wasn't born yesterday. I was born at night, but not last night. Or just all these sayings of these kids that they can, get. I've been there before. I did a lot. I still got a lot to learn, but I've been hooping all my life, and I've been around a lot of different scenarios. It's about being a solution. Have a solution for everything. But when you're talking to these young men, just making sure they understand that you know this. You've been doing this all. You can't put nothing past us. So I'm gonna be about man of business, man. About a culture. Our culture is gonna be built like, do what you're supposed to do. Do your job.
Yeah, you seem like you're gonna be a truth teller. Like you're gonna tell them what they need to hear and not what they want to hear.
I've been told the truth all my life. I told you. They told me I wasn't good enough to even not even make it to the NBA, but just get there. People been telling you the things that whether it's true or not. There's honesty in everything someone gonna tell you. You know what I mean? It's based on, can you make it there? How are you gonna get there? You know what I mean? So I could tell you guys the why I got to where I got to, because someone told me something, and when they told me, I was able to go out there and do it at a high level. And try to go out there with a chip, not to prove you wrong, but I want to get here. These are my goals. And if your goal is to get to the NBA, how hard are you working? What are you doing to get there? And I would just say everything I did was with purpose. I got the right pieces around me. I worked hard. I was tough. And again, I was unselfish. So when you're unselfish, you understand that everybody's going to play a role in your development. Everybody's going to play a role in how you get to a certain destination. So for me, it's just going to be about a culture of people just being honest. If you're not working hard, you're just not working hard enough. If you know what I mean? Like, you tell a kid that, like, what do you mean? Like, why would I tell you not working hard? You're not doing something that you tell me you're trying to get there. You're just not doing it. You're not working hard enough. You're not putting your body through the suffering. You're not putting your mind through what it takes to get there, because it's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be, this game is mental. So I think a lot of percentage of this game is mental. And so for me, like I said, I'm gonna be a man. Like, just do your job. This is about business. If you're clicking at all three levels, your chances go up of you making it.
William did some head coaching in the ABA.
How did you like that, Will?
You know what, man? ABA it's a different, it's a different league, man. On the pro level, particularly for the ABA, you got to take care of guys. So, but I think that's on any level. You got to take care of guys. You got to let them know that you want them there, but at the same time, you got guys fighting for jobs. I think one of the hardest things as a coach, man, is particularly on the pro level, having that conversation. So I understood the conversation that you was talking about. It's like, hey, man, I need to take you over to the next room. So that's a hard conversation, because these are guys, this is their ultimate hoop dreams. But again, D, I want to tell you this, man. I got another question for you. Then my man AG going to hit you with our final question. But particularly, man, I just want to say this. First of all, I was pulling for you to get the head job when it came available at UIC. I thought they was going to give it to you. I thought you deserved it. But I want to talk about the NIL situation. Do you think that's going to hurt the college game, help the college game, particularly with these other leagues jumping out, like the Overtime League? You also got, the G League doing what they're doing. Will college basketball suffer a little bit?
Absolutely. I think everybody gonna expect to get money. Come in with the mentality of, I don't care what anyone say. Your brand is going to be what you do on the court. Team guys who are winning and not producing on the court going to be wanting to get deals. That ain't how this thing works. You got to really focus on doing your job, getting in, making sure you're doing, what you're supposed to do academically. Make sure you're producing it on the basketball court. Make sure winning is priority. So yes, I do think it's going to hurt college basketball, but it's good that student athletes have this option that they can go out and make money. So I'm in the middle. I'm on both sides of it. I just think that it's not going to benefit kids like they think it's going to, unless the brand that they're trying to sell is first of all is winning, and the opportunity that the universities give you to get a free education is mind blowing, especially when you look at those who have to pay for school. So I'm in between. I'm neutral. I'm happy these guys get to make money. I hope they do it the right way and be smart with it. But the brand, they better understand. They better be working their tails off, making sure they're trying to win basketball games first, and represent their family in a certain type of way where companies don't want to, put money into their brand.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me tell you what I think about it. And this, I'm truth. Coach Dee Brown, I'd say if we go to a camp and we looking at all these high school seniors and even their parents there, I'm gonna be truthful with them. Out of that group of guys, there's always gonna be pushing it 3, maybe 5, but I say 3 have money going playing talent right now. Everybody else, take your ass to school. You not that good, man. And I'm going to tell your mama and your daddy this right now, too. You know how many damn turnovers you had in this game? I mean, you got everybody is not elite.
Yeah.
To go and make money. And you not being a bad person by telling them that, or you crushing my dream. I mean, you know how many people told me I wasn't shit? When I'm talking about I don't care about you got no cameras following you around. You ain't gonna do shit. That's how people used to talk to me, man.
I can see that.
So it's like, it's a truthful. So I mean, I think college is gonna get those diamonds in the rough. People who would have had to put in the work. Who said, man, I think I need to go to school and actually, get that college life, get that understanding of being a student athlete. And then who knows, after 2 or 3 years, if I didn't gain some and got my skills better and everything, who knows, I can be drafted or maybe go make some money. But for right now, coming out of high school as an 18-year-old, I'm only 6'3" and I weigh 160. You know what I'm saying, man? You got to put on some weight, man. You may need to go to college, dog. You ain't ready for no overtime league. And that's just being truthful and honest.
Hey, I would just say good luck to him, man. It's going to be interesting moving forward with the college basketball world. But I love this level, love coaching these guys, and it should be interesting.
Well, our last question is this, brother.
Yep.
Coach Dee Brown, what is next in your hoop dream?
Oh, man. I'm still in this business to definitely run my own program one day and be a head coach. I want to make an impact in these young men's lives as far as with just being a complete. If you're a real hooper, I always say that. No fake about it. You really want to make a life, make this a lifestyle. I want to give everything that was given to me. I want to give to this new generation of basketball players coming up. So for me, it's being a head coach. It's development. It's mentorship. It's making sure I give what those before me gave to me and do it the right way. So for me, it's just, man, I'm in this. I'm in it for the long haul to be a head coach.
To all you athletic directors out there who listen to our podcast, to all you presidents out there that listen to our podcast, my man is auditioning right now. Y'all hear him. He got the knowledge. He got the skill level. He can relate to the players. Make my man head coach and hoop dream come true.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
And he's a winner.
A winner, number one.
Without a doubt.
And, sometimes it don't happen like that, though. Sometimes it don't happen like that, you guys. But I would say I want to continue to make an impact on whatever role is given to me. If it takes me 20 years, take me 25 years, however long it takes me, I just want to keep making an impact from whatever role is given to me. So being an assistant coach is awesome. I'm not, it's only 1,000 of us in the country. So for me to sit here and say what a lot of guys don't want to become head coaches. I just want to, not go back and backtrack and say, but my end game would be a head coach. I just want to continue to make an impact in whatever role is given to me in this game because,
absolutely,
I know how hard it is to reach that level. So every head coach out there, or our athletic director who is listening, who is paying attention, just understand that everybody has a role. The best leaders was once great followers. I want to make sure I learn all I can from this game, and when my opportunity is given to me, I am ready. And again, because you never know when you're ready till they throw your ass out there. So. I want to make sure I keep learning, and I just want to make an impact. I'm gonna keep making an impact, and that's what I'm in this game to do. Is I keep saying that word because you really can make, you can change lives in this. And my coaches before me did that to me, and I just want to thank them and say that however long it take me, I'm ready.
Hey, man, we want to thank you, D, man, for coming on the show, man, for blessing us and blessing our listeners with your incredible Hoop Dream life story, brother.
Hey, man, I respect you, love you guys, man. I'm so happy y'all got this going for yourself, man. I would never miss this opportunity again. I got to give guys their flowers, man. Without you guys, you inspired my neighborhood. You inspired, my generation of hoopers. Never forget what y'all did for us. So thanks for having me. I'd have spent 2 more hours rocking with y'all, man. Just thank you for the opportunity, and means a lot to me.
We want to thank Dee Brown for joining us on the Hoop Dreams podcast. Man, truly special. Next week, my sons join us for a special podcast to tell us their hoop dream story, as well as give us their NCAA 2021-22 preview. Stay up to date on new episodes, and if you missed any, they all can be found on iTunes and Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm the gold of my era. I've been a trending topic. I'm as fly as a feather. My pocket's macroscopic. See, with time I get better. I'm always in the action, kid. Know I got it locked from Chicago where the toughest live. Concrete jungle, earn my stripes on the pavement there. You make it here, then you can make it anywhere. No comparison. Your game is embarrassing. No one can touch me. I'm all for going there again. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Martha Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Martha Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me.
Hoop Dreams the podcast, an Unlearning Network production. Written and produced by Arthur Agee, Will Gates, Matt Hoffer, with audio engineering from Matt Savage. For more episodes, check us out at www.unlearningnetwork.com.
Gotta be a dog to survive in this cold weather. Ice in my veins, no need for a warm sweater. I'm coming for it all, best believe I won't let up, yeah. Hey, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Martha Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Martha Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me.